Up next on the show, we've got Dan, big Spurs fan. Were you robbed, my friend? Do you feel hard done by?
Yeah, look, over here in America, I've got a refereeing certificate. So in my personal opinion as a referee, I think that that's not offsides. But what I would like to see, I'm not going to say that if it was earlier on in the game, I don't think Spurs fans would care that much. Let me be completely honest, because I think it was more, everybody's caring about it more because it was more towards the end of the game. And now everybody was celebrating. Oh, come on, it was offside. I think that's why more people are caring about it. But what I would love to see is, I don't understand why VAR decisions, it always has to be in an angle of the camera. Why can't they just put it in the line and you could see exactly if it was offside or not?
Well, because the camera the camera doesn't do that. That's why the lines make up for it because of geometry. But can you explain to me as a referee why it's not offside? That's what I'm intrigued to hear.
Well, there's many.
What level do you referee at? That's my question.
Well, the level that I referee at, the level that I referee at,
or what?
there's not even offsides where I referee because it's like little kids and they don't play with offsides.
I love you, my brother. I love you so much, fam.
No, but I had to take a whole course and I had to learn the offsides rule, obviously.
So why is that not offside in your opinion?
There's many reasons. First of all, it bounces off the defender. By the name of the law, it can't be a deflection and go to Kane. But if you actually look at it, it's not a deflection. He almost like swings his knee to like clear out with his knee, and then it goes to Harry Kane. So it's not a deflection. That's one reason. Another reason for me, in my angle, it looks like he's behind the ball. But Terry, there isn't a camera that goes across the pitch that looks at that follows the ball.
Yeah, it's not a VAR camera.
But they can still use it.
I don't think they have the feed.
No, it's got to be designated VAR cameras. However, the geometry of the lines, you don't need to be in line with the camera because the lines are, like, from a mathematical point of view, they're as accurate. They're more accurate than the eye.
I get that, but then it would be more clear for us as viewers. That's what I'm saying.
Yes, no, I do agree with that. I do agree. But if the line showed him as onside, would you then moan that there wasn't a direct line camera to show you that it was 100% onside, or would you go with the lines?
I'd be celebrating right now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. Yeah. I think Spurs fans care more about this decision more because it was so late in the game and it was so dramatic and it was so emotional.
It was amazing. There's fans on the pitch. We saw Patrick smiling for the first time in 2 or 3 weeks.
I tore apart my room. If you want the clip for your fan channel reaction,
you see the bed mash up and that.
He knocked over his chocolate milk and everything.
I fixed it up right now. I literally lifted up my whole mattress and threw it across my room.
That'd be viral content. Dan, talk to me about the performance, brother.
Honestly, I thought the second half was a lot better. And this is what I was talking about last time I came on, about the personality, about the character in this team. When we went down to Man United, when we went down, I don't know why, but I can't recall the team that we lost to last week. But Newcastle, when we went down, we didn't show characteristic that we wanted to get back into the game. This time, at least we showed at the end of the game that we were pushing for a goal. That second half was a lot better. But my problem is, why can't we change it to that earlier? Why can't we perform like that earlier? And that just shows you that it's not the football, because that's Antonio Conte's tactics right there. It's the player's mentality. It's the player's ability. They can't do the simple things. That's why it looks like the football is bad. When you mess up a sloppy pass, when you can't do the simple things, it looks like the football is bad. But it's not actually the tactics, because the tactics have been proven all around Europe. Conte does not need to prove himself. It's the players that need to prove himself.
So what you're saying is the players are average.
Bang average.
I'm glad somebody has a chest to say it. Everything behind that front line is average. Like, is it not?
No, I'm not saying the players aren't average, because they are. But I think there's a difference between the player that Conte has a game plan that works all the time and the players are average, and Conte's game plan is also average and the players are average. I think Conte's game plan is just average. In the Champions League, for what you need to do, it's not the right game plan. And you say it's just on the players, but I don't, because it's not like they're doing this for like 15 minutes and then they play good football and then another 15 minutes. Like, that's the mentality issue. They do this for like 18 minutes straight, my brother. That, for me, is straight up tactics. That's what he wants.
Conte needs a different level of player. Like, let's say he had, instead of Longley, he had Bastoni. You could play that dead football with better players.
Yeah,
you get it over the line.
If he didn't have Højbjerg and he had Casemiro, that would make him better. If he didn't have Emerson Royale and he actually played Jed Spence, it could be better. If he'd have gone and signed James Maddison, a bit of extra creativity. That's the problem you guys have, is when you need to create, it's very, very hard to. But Dan, listen, I really appreciate you coming on, mate, and having your say as ever. And we'll chat to you again soon, bro. Okay, take care, my friend. Thank you. I tweeted earlier saying, "Were Chelsea robbed by VAR?" Most people saying no. I had the best response I've ever had in my life on Twitter. Someone just responded with a hope so. It tickled me so much. I hope they got robbed. That's actually funny. Jerome's with us. The question is, Jerome, I know you can hear me. Were you robbed?
Robbed. Big time robbed. But man.
Tell us
the
why.
World Cup coming. Oh, look, the offside, first of all, they are saying it's before the goal. So that means the offside was Emerson. For some reason, they keep saying it was Emerson. And the line, you can see, they are saying they are putting it on Emerson. But he's not offside for no reason, because he's in line with the defender that's behind Kane. So how can you say he's offside? And then when he headed up, touched the defender, Kane scored it. What's wrong? Tell me what's wrong with this. That's a shocking decision. And they can't even explain to you who was clearly offside. It took them 4 minutes. VAR decision should be clear and obvious, right? So how was it clear and obvious? It took them 4 minutes to make that decision.
Jerome,
so, come on.
The thing is, offside isn't about clear and obvious. Offside is whether it is or it isn't. So it can be 0.5 millimeter, and if it is, it is. It's not about a clear and obvious mistake. But
so what?
I haven't yet seen any angles that show the defender behind Harry Kane.
Yeah, we didn't see the one behind it, like the other side. We just showed from this angle, and they just said it was before, like, the attacking play. So that means it was on Emerson. But I don't understand how we can say that. It's not Harry Kane. Definitely, it was not Harry Kane. The line was no, it's not. The line that they are looking at was on Emerson. If you look at it properly, they were putting the line on Emerson, not Harry Kane.
Yeah, but that's because the ball was on Emerson's head.
Yes. So that's it, Jerome. So what they've done is that they haven't lined it up to a defender because the ball was behind all the defenders. So as long as Harry Kane is behind the ball, he's onside. But so the line is measured from. The line isn't measured on Emerson. The line is measured from the left-hand side of the ball. So does that make sense? So they're measuring from where the ball is, and Harry Kane's in front of the ball. Therefore, he's offside. So the line isn't measuring Emerson, it's measuring the ball. And you could argue it's also measuring Emerson because he's headering the ball. But that's why they're not lining it up against the defender.
Yeah, but look, the thing is, even the commentator was saying, look, it hit the defender and it got back to Kane. So the thing is, I know offside is offside. You're going to tell me offside is offside, whatever the decision is.
Let me ask you a question, Jerome. Let me ask you a question. Yeah. How happy were you with the performance today again from Antonio Conte's men?
Oh man, can't the World Cup come any closer? I am so sick of it. Like the first half was just horrible first half. I am not gonna give them any praise whatsoever. They deserve the boot they get when the whistle went for the first half. They deserve every boost that was in the stadium, and it was loud. You could hear it properly. When they came up the second half and changed men completely. It was a game of two halves, and even that we could have lost this game. All right, if that kid didn't miss that goal, that was it. It was 2-0. We were done. So it was finished. But still, I am not going to give them any praise today. I'm not giving them praises. No, All I'm saying is a bet on that decision, but I'm not giving them any praises. I
hear you on that, Jerome. I hear you on that, my friend. Thank you very much for coming on, bro, and having your say.